Okay, so this question is for Dan McClellan.
All right, let's see it.
First of all, I super appreciate and love your content.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words.
The conclusion there is that Jesus does not have original sin. But then I was taught, and I've double checked this in like the catechism and all that sort of thing, that Mary was without original sin. That her parents had trouble conceiving, and then they prayed, and then they conceived Mary, and she was born without original sin. So that her son, Jesus, would also not have original sin. And the thing that did not make sense to me, and I could not find anybody to ask who I was certain would not yell at me when I was a kid, and I forgot about it until recently. Why could God do that one person and not everybody? Like, the Jesus thing, okay, that makes sense. Like, but how come Mary got to be born free of original sin? That is very odd to me.
Hey, thank you for the question. I don't think there's a really good answer. I think you would get different answers from different folks. Most of them would boil down to it's arbitrary or it was necessary in order for Jesus to be able to come into the world free from original sin. But the doctrine of the Immaculate Conception is not a part of this package of doctrine that just descended ex nihilo from the heavens, fully developed once the Bible had been completed. It is the product of a long process of theological speculation, followed by authoritative decisions, followed by chasing down the implications of these decisions, and then coming up with additional theological explanation. So it's a never-ending cycle where every time you make a decision, somebody down the road is going to ask a question that you did not think of about that decision, and then you've got to come up with an answer. Now, how come this works with Mary and not anybody else isn't a question that really had any social or theological import for the authorities within early Christianity. So there wasn't anything that became solidified as an official doctrine. And so at this point, I think that's a question that people are going to answer however they feel like. And again, it's probably going to boil down to God had to do it that way in order for Jesus to be born free from original sin.